our colleague can start, okay?
Okay, hello everyone. Today's topic we will talk about ethical financial practice on institutions. And how many heard about financial crisis that appeared? Please raise their hand. Okay, some heard. Okay, if you heard about it, so what you could blame about? Who we need to blame of that financial crisis that appeared? Maybe you have some suggestions.
USA.
Some opinions. USA. You say USA. Maybe other opinions? Nobody. Okay. So the question, second would be, does it have to do something with ethics? So I will try to show how it is related. So, how it started? The first institution which involved in that was Federal Reserve. And they have the policy of the bank bankruptcy. If the bank is going to fail, they will support him. And that was one of the cases several years ago that a few banks were almost closed, and the Fed give them money so much that they even can imagine and use it. So those banks remain. And it was a new opportunities for the banks. So they knew that if they are going to screw that, make a very bad operations, they will be always rescued by Federal Reserve. Because Federal Reserve is said like, we are to make a stable monetary policy. So banks started to make an enormous competition. So they started to lend more easily because they're like supported, but behind our backs, who will always rescue us. They started to give big amounts of money to businesses, to people with better conditions, lower, not asking so much reports about those companies or individuals. So as the competition went, one bank is offering better conditions than another, and other banks are like soaring. So in order to not to soar, they need to give a better condition than the other one did. So we end up in that case that they just don't look in the financial reports, or is it the person possible to repay the loans. The thing what was very interesting, the bank said to the employees who worked in the bank, giving the loans, said, you must sustain the quota. And the quota is not how maximum you can give, but how minimum you can give. You must give. If you are not giving, you are fired. And the institutions and the corporations made a new fashion. Because it's so easy to get the money, they started to make a fashion like about wealth. So if you are one of the person of America, and if you don't have a brand new, the big house that is very huge, you are not respected. If you don't have a new UAV car, you are also not respected. If you don't have the latest luxury goods, the people won't talk to you because you are like how poor you can be that you cannot afford, in this case, that the money is given almost for free. So the new slavery began. There is no doubt why America is called a slavery country. But it is not about the racism. Now it's about finances. This slavery, it's not easy like to escape from, as it was about discrimination. There will be no other Luther King or Mahatma Gandhi who will rescue us in this material world. So there are people who are taking the loans even though they can't repay it. So one of the ways is good for Americans is that there's personal bankruptcy. So there's only one way to not giving the loan for your relatives. Okay, suppliers was pressing. They even used the hypnosis, discrimination if you are not in the social status. And that pushed all the people to make more money, take more money, and for businesses to spend more. Okay, why banks were doing like this? So you could say the banks should be more careful because they may not repay. So the bank doesn't care. They use the insurance company for this case. Okay, and as we now know, the consuming is stopping. What we are used to, let's say, consume enormously, now we are thinking that it is quite reasonable to consume not luxury goods, to consume less and not buy very expensive things, or taking the loan. What the company did, because of such a huge consuming, they were spending enormously. They don't save the money because they always think that I will go to the bank, ask for the loan, and I will get the loan. But the fact is, the banks are not giving the loan because there's stopping lending between the banks, because there's insurance companies were bankrupt, and the insurance fell on the bank's shoulders. So at this case, business cannot repay the loans; they must bankrupt.